Hello everyone and welcome to tutorial number 5. Yes, we have finally reached halfway. This is going to be a 10 tutorial season basically. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tutorials about modern house buildings. That's correct. Yeah, I know I stumbled a little, but this is AU2K 1 and 6. Do not worry, I will not fail once again. Let me just go plug in my little mouse because it unplugged itself for some bloody reason, and let's go ahead and build. Alright, so basically what we have now, so whoops, failing just a teeny weeny bit. Alrighty then, so what we have over here, so that's the second one, that's the third. Here's the fourth, and here's the fifth, coming up of course. So I've already laid out the land that I'm going to build on, so it is, how much again? I'm pretty sure it's 15 by 15. So first you go in by 2, doesn't matter, as long as it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide, that's double. Doesn't really matter if it's double or not really, but I'm just going to keep it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and if I'm pretty sure it's also 15 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Awesome. So basically that is what you have to first do. You can make it in stone, stone brick, or sandstone. Doesn't really matter what you choose. You can even do it on gravel. Doesn't really matter because this is just an outlying place where we're going to build on. Okay, so what we're going to have here, we're going to have a two-way entrance, so like so. Whoops. Over here I mean. And never mind. Right here, I know I've just failed already. Doesn't matter. You'll see what I'm going to do. So let's just do that. Let's just outline the whole place so that we have exactly what we want. Now this house is going to have a pool, alright? So this pool is going to be inside and outside, so it's going to be undercover and of course in the outside. So it's I'm going to put it around here. So take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Let's fly up. Of course we have to go. How high again? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So 4 blocks high, and then that's kind of it. So let's just do the whole margin around, and then what we're going to do, we're going to first then fill in all the gaps, and I'll be back in a sec. Awesome. So now we're here. We've got our land, and I should have done this a bit smarter, but I meant with the stone, of course. This is the stone was meant for just outlining the area, but I should have used birch wood if anything, but you don't have to worry about that really. Well, you kind of do have to worry about that now, but seeing so you guys should all be in creative, it shouldn't be too difficult for you all. So I have just failed a little, but actually I just realized I haven't. So let's go and take out all of this, and there's gonna be a double door. 1, 2 over here. And we're just gonna make everything out of the same material for now, and we're gonna re-edit it after a while. So here we go, here's the garden. I'm gonna have to bring that out a bit more of course, and let's just figure out how deep this place is gonna be. How long? Yeah, that should be fine. Nice little outside section, can go around up to here, bends that to there. Awesome. So let's go do this. Of course you have to dig it deep enough, so it's gonna have to go down like that, and I'm gonna use beautiful sandstone as a barrier just because it looks good, really. That's basically the only reason. And this section of the house is probably going to have to be changed a teeny weeny bit, maybe. Yeah, it will have to be. But do not worry, I'll figure something out. So let's just get this nice and deep for everything, and it's going to be down what distance, like that. Yeah, so it's going to be a 2-meter deep pool, and that's kind of the only distance we can go apparently, so it doesn't matter. So now we're just going to keep on working on it. I've got the hiccups for some reason. I ate dinner not so long ago, so I guess that's probably why. But yeah, I'll just skip forward. And we're back. Sorry about that. All we gotta do now is just try and fill this up with water. Don't worry, you don't really have to do this unless you know how to do it properly with that weird wand thing. Don't even know what it's called anymore, but it is something every server has. I'm just not on a server, I'm on my own little single player world, so I don't have world edit. That's what it's called. Should be all fine by now, and I can just delete some of these blocks straight after it's all done. How does this work? There we go. No, I should have put one there. Awesome. So now that that's done, we're just going to have to work on the house from now on, because this is basically it. What I am going to do though is line up some glass panes, making me realize right at this instant that there is a bit of a problem in some aspects, as you may say. The door might not be in the right place, so we're going to have to just move the door to this spot over here. So let's just do that, and here we go. Now it should work just fine, I hope. Yeah, that should be alright. Doesn't look too ugly, does it? Nah. So now let's just give this thing a nice little boundary for now, and I'll see you guys in a second. I'm going to do this right now. Peace out. Okay, now that that is done, we can see the working area that we have. So we've got a fairly large plot compared to all the other houses, but that doesn't really matter too much. And what we're going to do with this, I still haven't decided properly, but I am going to have to probably shift the door this direction a bit more. So what I'm going to do now, so if I'm going 3, 6 wide, I'm going to go from over here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going 10 this direction, double. I'm going to shift the door to over here, right over here. I just have to figure out how big this is. Awesome, so now it goes out like this. And now I can just delete that thickness and join that up, take that away, make that wall. And here we go, presto. So that's that. So now I guess it is much better. But now of course you can actually shift this walkway in just a bit more, but I'll keep it as a 10 for now, and that should be just fine for people to move in and out. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring a barrier over here and bring it all the way along from this door as well. Should have a centerpiece like so, and we're going to raise this up, and we're going to make it like a room to get into this section over here, which is going to be this bit over here. All of this is going to be out of sandstone, and all of this is going to be made out of, I don't know, something special, because the inside Actually, I should keep it stony, because this inside is going to now be all birch wood. So now let's fill this in and I'll be a second again. Okay, so I am back with this now. Okay, so I've decided this is how it's gonna look, and I'm gonna use lapis lazuli, and I've pushed this back, so all I have to do now is just bring this back as well, just to make it more outdoor-ish, because it doesn't seem too indoory. It looks more of an outdoor going inside rather than an inside going into an outside pool. So I'm just gonna freaking have to add this water in, and then we're all set for the rest of the house. And that's strange, usually it just fixes itself, but okay. Might as well just do that, and presto. Okay, so you guys can edit in, I don't know, a nice little furniture piecing over here, but I'm also going to change this up as well. So what I'm going to use here, I'm going to just use planks for now. I'm going to make it a massive screening area for the kids, well, for the parents to see what's going on, because of course in modern days you'll have kids, of course. And we're going to make it a one-way entry, starting from, should have had it there, that's kind of why I did that. And here we go. Alrighty, perfect. I have to make this as difficult as possible to myself, of course, as I usually do. And here we go, and we're going to add in another bit of glass, because you need as much sight as you possibly can for those kids, no matter where you're at. But obviously not from up top. Okay, so now we're going to fill up the top section with good old, what's it gonna call it? Birch wood. So let's go and do that, and I'll see you guys right back. Okay, so now that we have done that, we're just going to add in the rim like every other house has got, just to keep it in sync, as I've said in all the other gameplays. And of course it's going to be with all these buildings, and I'm going to do the same thing or similar things, of course. So every other house has had different features. For instance, one house has had an outside walkway that goes inside. I think this house as well has that, but it is more of a double-storied house, if anything. Or it's a very blocked up, bulky house that has very practical use, and it has an in and outside garden. This house doesn't have a garden, but it was made to have a garden outside. This one has a garden, and it's got a massive screening room to see with its own balcony inside, so it doesn't need a balcony outside, but I still added one in. This one doesn't have the support beams on the outsides because, well, it's bloody bulk, so it doesn't really need that. But this house, I'm going to make the same as every other house and have it like those things over there. And this time I'm going to add in the top section. Let's just fill that in. And I'm going to make it as properly as possible, so I'm going to put it over here. So we've got a walkway, at least. This is very difficult, but we're going to decide on making it over here. Yeah, that should be alright. We've got a one-way walkway over here. Don't know what I'm going to do over there, but you know what? YOLO. That's what. So let's go and check out where we land up, and it is how far away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th block over here, and it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then going up, of course. So here you have it. Those are the instructions. Now use them. Awesome. Okay, so we've got this nice walkway over here. Just fill this bit up. And we could use this as a nice screening room. I don't know. It could be alright. Still nice and practical. We can still make a nice little room out of this area. I don't know. We can do anything. I can do anything, I mean. Anything for you guys, of course. Whoops. And now will that change? It lets in light, which is bad. Don't like it how Minecraft does that. So now they can walk. I've got this, so I'm going to take this bit out over here. Going to go all the way around over there. And hello, Mr. Piggy. How are you doing? What's up? Okay. Enough toying around with the pig. So now we're out over here, and this is basically how we've done it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from that corner over there. We're going to raise it up like every other house. So we've got a nice we've got a nice ceiling on us, and let's try and do this. Let's do this stuff. So now we should be alright. Let's just keep you guys with me in this process. Okay, so now let's just go fill this up like every other bit, and then make the roof. And of course I am failing with you guys, like when I was doing it without you guys, I was doing it flawlessly. And yeah, it is sad when it happens with you guys. Very sad. Maybe I should change it up a little, because there is a double stripe going on over here, which I don't want to see that much. So what I am going to do, I am going to shift this whole thing up by 1. Okay, let's just do that. I know I just did a little bit of double work, but don't worry. So let's just do that, and now let's take that bit out actually and move that there. So we're shifting it one way away from that, just so that, well, we have more room. So I have to kind of redo this, so of course I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Okay, so I've changed the design. I've moved the stairway one way, and it's now on the wall as every other build. So I didn't really want to do it, but this tends to be a little bit smaller because of this little area that it has to be like so. So now we have got this. So it's bigger, I guess. Looks bigger now because it's only in one area and it's not taking up a whole row of usable land as per se. Now I stuffed up when I was with you guys the first time, and I hope it doesn't happen again, but I'm getting frame rated all of a sudden. Doesn't make sense. It never makes sense with me, of course. Okay, so let's go and put this wool up. Get this, and now it's going to be a little bit more tricky to get this support beams on, but I'm going to figure out how to make the support beams work. Alright, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Now that I've done this, I can easily just try and figure out how to solve the problem, as you may say. And yeah, that I don't know. I really don't know right now. I'm not too sure. Okay, now let's go put this stone barrier around it. Not too difficult, is it now? No, it's not. These guys took forever to answer. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's one barrier to that side, and yeah. That's basically that. Now what we're gonna need now is to have that support beam going. We're gonna have the support beam this time first rather than the glass, because the glass kinda got in the way a little, you know. It didn't look too great. And what we can actually do, we can have like a garden. Nah, stuff it. We don't need no garden. We're gonna have the garden over here. Have the fence going around like so. Should technically be a fence, but you know, I'll work with that. Have this pole run up. Make that link like so. Have this support beam over here in the middle of one walkway. Okay. Makes it look like it's useful. So that just means we're going to have to widen this out just a teensy weensy bit. Now over here, we can't have any support beams over here. That just means that we need a lot on this side though. So what we have to do now, put that over here. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be one off of that. And this one, see, this is the reason why. I'm going to try and make it link. So it's going to be like this. I'm not too sure if this is how it would work, if anything. But I'm going to just work with this. You know, I'm going to use this idea. And I'm going to put one on the edge as well. Over here. And what I meant about edge, it's on the edge of this top, of the top house section. And I failed at clicking. Okay, it looks decent. It looks decent. And now we got to do the same, but we only have one because we've already got so many on that other side. So let's just go ahead, destroy that piece by accident. Not this time, brother. And here we go. So now let's work with the structure by adding in some glass panes, making it look nicer. So what we can do over here already, and I've noticed I forgot to delete that. What we can do is nothing, because this is the pool for the